Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cottage. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of my magical plant series. I'm so happy to be back in the cottage talking with you guys today, and we're going to be talking about these guys, nutmeg. You know, I wasn't going to talk about this because it's such a staple in everyone's kitchen, but we so underuse it in witchery. And as I was digging into the lore, as I do, I found such interesting things about it that I had to do it. I had to do it. So, nutmeg is Myristica fragrans, which is such a cool Latin name. The folk names, watch me butcher this. I didn't butcher the Latin name, but watch me butcher the folk names because we're talking about an Indonesian spice here. So, Jataphala, Jafal, Jathakai, Jajakaya, that one's fun, Jazbua, Jazataib, muscat, and at variants like muscatnu, muscade, muscadier, and pala. It wasn't too bad, right? So these names reflect its historical use and are used in various cultures, particularly in India, the Middle East, and Europe. So today we're going to open up a lot of that culture, and we're going to explore this really unusual spice that seems to be common in everyone's spice rack. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. You just might learn something new. All right, so the name origin. The term nutmeg comes from a combination of Latin and Old French. So the words nut and musky, all right? So it's a musky nut, right? So it was originally Noi, N-O-I-X, muguette, M-U-G-U-E-T-T-E, or nox muscade in Old French, referring to the spice's strong, fragrant, musky scent. So take a moment, go to your kitchen right now, pause me, go to your kitchen and smell your nutmeg. It's very much a fragrant, strong, musky scent. I love it. I love it. It's not just for pumpkin pie, you guys. Wait till you hear everything. So from there, the word traveled into Middle English as nutmeg. I love that, nutmeg. So you can tell everybody, like, is that nutmeg? No, it's nutmeg, and make it fancy, you know? And then into modern English as nutmeg. So nutmeg, I just love that. So nutmeg is a spice that comes from an evergreen tree, and here it is, right here. Myristica fragrans, native to Indonesia. It's a weird seed too. It grows inside of a fruit similar to an apricot, so look at this. Yeah. Surrounded by an aril that looks kind of like a flat, fleshy spider or an extremely underachieving face hugger. Yeah, this thing creeps me out. Like, I was like, what in the world is that when I was doing my research? Yeah, it looks like a face hugger. Yeah. The dried aril is the source of the spice mace. So if you've seen this, yeah, the face hugger is mace. Think about that when you're adding mace to anything. I've never used mace, So when I heard about this, I'm like, oh, that's mace. I've never used it. Well, now you know. The more you know. So the seed itself inside of all of that is nutmeg. So it takes a long time for nutmeg trees to bear fruit, though they can do so for several decades after that. So it's a slow burn, but it's a payoff, right? So since the spice is native to such a small geographic area, an absolutely horrific amount of bloodshed happened in the name of obtaining it, farming it, and keeping anyone else from getting a hold of it. The Dutch tortured and killed the native people of Indonesia in order to control the nutmeg trade. They also tried their damnedest to keep the English and French from seeking any viable seeds out of the country by dipping the nutmegs in lime to keep them from sprouting. Yeah. Wow. Vindictive much? Damn. So people used to joke inaccurately about Manhattan being traded for glass beads. Well, the Dutch really did trade Manhattan to the English for some sugar and nutmeg. That really happened. For real, nutmegs were so valuable that traders would mix a handful of wooden replica nutmegs in with the real ones in order to dupe their customers. Wow. Rude. Okay, so Arabian merchants began exporting nutmeg into Europe, and it quickly surged in popularity, both for its status as something luxurious and exotic, and much later as a reported cure-all for everything from gas to the bubonic plague. Yeah. And nutmeg wasn't the only spice to brag this title. Modern aromatherapy blends, often referred to as thieves, are based off remedies in this era, mainly a combination of clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and rosemary, all said to ward off the illness. Yeah. Now, in the 1800s, bartenders, this is so cool. This was my favorite part of the lore. Bartenders would dust nutmeg on top of a drink to make patrons feel as if they were floating. And in some cultures where alcohol was forbidden, women still would eat nutmeg in their porridge to make their eyes soft before their wedding day. But more on that in a moment. These hallucinogenic effects are thanks to a psychoactive compound known as myristicin, found in nutmeg as well as parsley, dill, and anise. Plants use this as a natural insecticide. However, in humans, it acts as a mood booster by slowing the breakdown of feel-good chemicals such as serotonin and dopamine. It's a natural feel-good medicine. It's also known as women's Viagra. It's been used by cultures across the globe to increase women's libido. And there is some science to back that up, by the way. Dating back to ancient India, Ayurvedic medicine has prescribed nutmeg as an aid in boosting blood circulation to the digestive and reproductive organs. Today, we know this effect mimics a key hormone that is responsible for sex drive and good mood, serotonin. This, compiled with nutmeg's stimulating aroma, may be key to the rumors of its seductive side. Who knew? Nutmeg, baby. Nutmeg. So historically, grated nutmeg was used as a sachet, and the Romans used it as incense. About 1600, it became important as an expensive commercial spice in the Western world and was the subject of Dutch plots to keep prices high, and of English and French counterplots to obtain fertile seeds for transplantation. The nutmegs sold whole were dipped in lime to prevent their sprouting, as we know. So, there you go. Interesting, right? Those Dutch were like vindictive. Like, wow. All right, on to medicinal properties. So nutmeg has anti-inflammatory and carminative properties that can help relieve indigestion, gas, and bloating. Myristicin, I'll get it, and other antioxidants in nutmeg protect cells from oxidative damage and fight off harmful bacteria. It has analgesic properties that may help relieve pain from menstrual cramps, headaches, and toothaches. I'm all about the toothaches. I love candy. That is my vice, my cigarettes, my alcohol, all of that. I would give up anything. Anything. Sex, chocolate, coffee, doesn't matter, as long as I have my sweets, my candy. So, nutmeg's good for toothaches. Yeah, my teeth are bad. Nutmeg contains compounds that have sedative and calming effects, making it beneficial for reducing anxiety and promoting sleep. Studies suggest that nutmeg may help lower blood pressure and improve cholesterol levels. It's also been traditionally used to treat skin conditions, improve memory, and regulate blood sugar levels. Just like cinnamon, right? So it's very important to note that to consume nutmeg in moderation, as excessive consumption can lead to adverse effects, such as hallucinations and liver damage. Consult a healthcare professional before using nutmeg for medicinal properties. Let's be responsible, folks, okay? Don't get me in trouble. All right. Bless and thank you. All right. Magical properties. All right. So the element is fire. Yes, it's very, very fiery. The energy is receptive. And the planet is Jupiter, and the day of the week it is most potent is Friday. So nutmegs have been carried as good luck charms and are strung with star anise and tonka beans for a potent talisman. A whole nutmeg, like these, I gotta get this out. Look at these, they're so cool. I mean, you could just, so I have like a stone catcher. So you could easily carry one of these in a stone catcher very easily, or like a crystal cage. So easy, so easy. A whole nutmeg can be carried as a good luck charm, especially for financial gain or success in games of chance. Place a whole nutmeg in your pocket or bag to carry good luck with you throughout the day. Water break. Specifically, nutmegs are carried to ward off rheumatism, cold sores, neuralgias, boils, and stings. A nutmeg hung from a baby's neck will aid in teething. I would be cautious about that last one. Just saying. An old charm to ensure your lover's fidelity goes like this. Cut a nutmeg into 4 pieces. Be careful, they're hard. Bury one part in the earth, throw one off a cliff into the air, burn the third part, and boil the last part in water. Drink a sip of the water and take this last piece of nutmeg with you everywhere. Sleep with it under your pillow at night. No one will tempt your mate. If anybody tries that one, let me know. A whole nutmeg, hollowed and filled with mercury. Where you get mercury, I have no idea. Sealed with wax and wrapped in a green cloth, is considered a powerful charm for luck in games of chance. You can skip the mercury poisoning by just carrying a whole nutmeg. It's fine, really. I don't know how you would obtain mercury other than like breaking an old-fashioned thermometer. That just seems a bit excessive. Wrap a whole nutmeg in purple cloth, and it's said to help you win court cases. All forms of nutmeg are considered useful for money magic. Nutmeg oil is a common ingredient in money oils, while the powdered stuff is helpful in sachet and sprinkling powders, indeed. Money and luck aren't nutmeg's only properties, however. An old spell from Louisiana involves sprinkling nutmeg in a woman's shoe to get her to fall for you. Food and drinks flavored with nutmeg are also used as love potions. Nutmeg is believed to promote psychic awareness, helping you to improve clairvoyance and clarity in divination practices. Who knew? Who knew? Its energy is used to strengthen emotional bonds, heighten attraction, and ensure lasting commitment in romantic spells. Nutmeg can be included in rituals for good health and is sometimes associated with protection against hexes. Combine nutmeg with other herbs like rue, rosemary, and basil in a bath to help break hexes and promote cleansing. Burning nutmeg can aid in meditation and attract prosperity to your space. Awesome. For financial spells, you can anoint a green candle with nutmeg powder or oil to attract wealth. Add nutmeg to beverages before meditation or divination to improve clear-sightedness and visions. Remember, little bit'll do it. Don't get me in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. Little dabble do ya. So I found a spell for making a nutmeg amulet, and I thought I would share this. And I'll have the instructions over here. So what you'll need is a whole nutmeg, one of these guys, and a small bag made of flannel, leather, or other natural cloth. I like to use muslin bags because they're natural and easy to stuff, and you can make sigils on them. So you can get different colored ones if you wish, but if I use color magic, I will write a sigil in a Sharpie or a magic marker of that color. So you could use, according to this, it's red for gambling, green for money and luck, and purple for legal success. But you can just add your own sigil to for whatever you want. Or you could do a rune, you could do a Celtic tree ogham, whatever you want. And then you can gather silver coins for money, bay leaves for success, citrine or other crystals for wealth, whatever your intention is. So that's what you're going to need. Step one, you're going to gather, cleanse, and charge your ingredients with your intention. So whatever that is, if it's just for luck, then you're going to cleanse everything and then charge it. I usually lay out my stuff and then put my hands over it and use my energy and my higher guides and my earth energy and pull it up and use that to infuse magic into all my ingredients. And then you're going to place those items in the bag, and then you're going to tie them shut. Now, if you have a string like this where you can tie it, I suggest using Knot Magic. 3 is my favorite number to use for Knot Magic. I tie it once and I say, by knot of 1, the spell's begun. By knot of 2, the spells come true. By knot of 3, so mote it be. That's it. Done. So everything's in there. You've tied it 3 times with Knot Magic. And then you're going to bless the amulet, visualizing your intention coming to fruition. So you can do this by saying an incantation. You can pass it through incense that corresponds with your intention. I like to use sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, lavender incense, anything that is spiritual. And so you're just going to pass it through as you visualize that luck, your luck coming to you, your prosperity or wealth coming to you, that legal success. You're going to visualize it already happening, okay? And then you could also, if you don't want to do that, you can also just charge it under the full or new moon. Just put it somewhere safe where it hits the moon like a windowsill. Easy peasy. And then you're going to carry it with you, put it in your purse, put it in your pocket, just on your person in general or in your car, wherever it's going to be traveling with you. While you act in accordance. That's important. They're going to act in accordance. And what I mean by that is, if this is a wealth spell and they ask you at the grocery store to round up, you're going to say, of course. Would you like to donate? Of course. If you say no, that means that you can't afford it. You're going against your spell. So act in accordance with your spell. See what I'm saying? All right. So that is an easy nutmeg amulet spell. So I hope that you can easily do that. It's one of the simplest spells ever. So hope that is easy for you. If you have any questions, hit me up down below. All right. On to my personal uses. Of course, it's in my prosperity oil. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It also has juniper berries, cinnamon clove, patchouli, ginger, and myrrh resin with juniper berry oil, cinnamon bark oil in it. This stuff smells amazing and is super, super powerful. I love it so much. So, prosperity oil. And then it's also in my justice oil. This stuff is awesome. So talk about winning court cases. Here you go. If you're in the right, you need some justice oil. This makes things right. If you're in the right, this puts things in your favor. So justice oil all the way. I also use nutmeg in any money spell I do for myself or for my family. Nutmeg goes in it every time. Also, any luck spell I do, nutmeg goes in it every time. So there you go. So that was nutmeg. Please let me know how you guys use nutmeg in your practices, whether it's in kitchen witchery or in your magical practice? I would really love to know. Let me know down in the comments below. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Please visit my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com, where you can order these products plus many more holistic healing products plus ritual and spell aids. Just remember to at checkout enter the code word all caps veiled to get your free shipping. That is my gift from me to you, so don't forget to do that. You can also sign up for a service, readings, workshops, classes, all kinds of stuff. So be sure to hit up that website. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee. All the details are down below, or you can just scan this QR code right here, but absolutely no pressure. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.